How's it going, everybody? This is Ep.1 bringing you my New Vegas Let's Play as promised from my first video. Don't know how many views that got. Last time I checked it was around like 17. I know a few people liked it. I know I got a few subs, but those were just my friends. So go check that out if you haven't already seen that. But yeah, this is my New Vegas Let's Play. I skipped the intro because this game released like 4 years ago. So I'm pretty sure everybody's already seen the intro by now if you're watching this. But this is just gonna be me talking about, I'll try to stick to the game, but I'm gonna get off topic. It'd be boring if I didn't talk about other things. I was gonna do a live com. I'm planning to do those for the rest of these, but this is gonna be a voiceover because I had somebody over while I was playing, so didn't want to ignore them, and obviously I don't want another person in the video. Anyway, so God, I just gotta say something. Like, Doc Mitchell just creeps me the fuck out, man. Like, it's just I got this game in like 7th grade, and I had such a weird vibe from this. Like, maybe it was the music, but his voice is just, it creeps me out. Like, I don't know, something about him just, he seems like a pedophile or like a serial killer. I don't know. So I was gonna use my Xbox G tag and my channel name, obviously, but I decided to go with my user for like Steam and other PC games, which is Room Waiter. It's edgy. I made it in like 8th grade, but I don't know. I always thought it was funny. It's my Twitch name too. Go follow me on Twitch.
I can't say it's what I'd have.
Yeah, so like I said in my other video, I played a lot of Fallout 3. I haven't played in a while, but I only have 2 saves, but I do play a lot. And I skipped a lot of the character building in this just because it's so long, and it's already long enough. But I'm so indecisive. Like, I take forever. Not even on the the build or like the facial features, which is actually surprising. I usually do take a while, but I skipped a lot of the part where he asks you questions and where you give him your stats and everything, because I always think about that stuff too much. And I was gonna go something completely different than I usually do, but the only thing I really changed up about this gameplay, which is probably not even changed, is I put some points into melee, because I usually go small guns. That's usually what I use, but I'm not too big on putting points in the weapons categories or anything. My main concerns are usually medicine. Medicine for sure. Medicine is, honestly, I think that is the most important perk. Or not perk, but it's the most important stat you're going to need. It saves you money and you get the most out of your stim packs. After that, repair. After repair, speech probably. Or I'd say medicine, repair, and then whatever you want after that, really, but speech for me. And then I do put points into the guns and melee or whatever I'm using eventually, but I just like that stuff to start off because it just sets you up. But I was going to go something completely different. My buddy told me his friend went explosives in this. He put everything in explosives, and apparently that's really fun. But I just wanted to play the game like I usually do. I'm going to be switching up with melee and gun.
Why don't you walk down to the end of the road?
The gameplay is going to be a little choppy. Not in the way it runs or anything like that. It's going to run fine, but just the way I'm playing, because I'm playing on PC and I haven't hooked up my PS3 remote yet. So I wanted to get used to the settings a little bit, and I didn't want to record like a minute of me just standing there like I did right now, but I think that's the only time that happens. Just a little more about my channel. I want this to be somewhere where people could just come and watch my videos and chill after work or school or what have you. Because, you know, that's how I like YouTube. I wasn't really too big into it. Like, I used to like, geez, back when it started, before there was like commentators, really, the people that played games I really liked, Nigga Higa and Smosh. They're still around, but they got a little mainstream. I don't want to sound like a hipster, but I mean, it's just kind of kiddie stuff. Like, it's stuff you would expect a 4th grader to like, which I was in 4th grade. I actually did try making videos. Me and my friend, we used to make videos after school in like 4th grade about skating or stupid shit, you know, like the skits they do on those channels, Smosh and Nigga Higa, and it was stupid, but it was fun. Like, I used to go to his house after school every day and skate. And then I remember this one time we were recording something where he had to slap me. And I'm like, alright, you can slap me, just don't hit me hard. And like we were trying to like fake like blood was coming out, and he puts ketchup in his hand, and I'm like, alright, just don't hit me hard. So like he's coming out from the corner, the camera's on, and he just winds up on purpose, just cracks me across the face. And it looked real, because it was. And he stopped recording, and well, actually, before he stopped recording, I was like, what the fuck? But it was funny, we laughed it off. But yeah, I missed that. So I guess those were really my first days of making videos, even though it doesn't count, because we never uploaded a single one of those. We wouldn't have been able to figure out. That was back in the days of, like, we were recording with, like, a camcorder, not a phone, anything, so we definitely wouldn't be able to figure that out. So, right now, I don't do the tutorial quests, I don't think. I go and explore Springvale, the elementary first. Is it even Springvale? Oh, Good Spring Elementary. I'm thinking of Fallout 3.
But
anyway,
most of what's
yeah, I didn't do the tutorial quest first because I wanted to side with the powder gangers.
You want to take a shot?
See, I don't know what kind of like karma playthrough I want to do yet either. I haven't really decided who I want to side with or anything. I might go ace in the hole. That's what I did when I played it the first time.
Be careful though.
But yeah, my first Fallout 3 playthrough, I killed everything, which is not what you're supposed to do. Like me and my friends just thought it was hilarious to, you know, blow up Megaton, obviously, but then we would just kill everything. Most of the times we reverted to save, but I just wanted to be a jackass and do the bad shit that I saw people doing in videos, like the shit where you make the Mr. Lopez jump off the flight deck of Rivet City, blowing up Megaton. But then that's fun. You kill things, and then it's like, oh shit, where am I supposed to buy stuff from? Like, the economy just goes bad, even though the economy is not even that, like, intricate at all in these games, but, like, it's just, you get screwed, and it's not fun, because no one likes you, and you can't get Fox. Fox is OP as hell. So my second save, the one I'm playing now, on Fallout 3, I went good, but then that gets boring too, so, you know, I'm just gonna decide I'm gonna play it by ear. But yeah, I want to side with the power gangers right now, just cause I don't know, it's fun to do. I don't think I did it the first time. So staying on the topic of Fallout, because I don't want to be too sporadic, my playstyle, I like exploring. That's like my #1 thing to do in these games, or my favorite thing to do, is just look at things, like explore the environment and shit like that. And that's why I love Fallout 3 so much. I love that atmosphere of just, you know, like Three Dogs says, scavenging the downtown DC ruins. Like, that's what I did. I would just go and look through like garbage bins, and I would go and try to find like every building downtown, and even on the outskirts too. Like, there was definitely some of that like desolate wasteland in Fallout 3, and like basically the reason why I said I didn't like New Vegas was because it was desert, but that's like literally like all this game was, or at least I saw it first. I think I'll honestly enjoy playing it this time, because before I wasn't as much of a completionist as I am now. Like, I'll try to do a lot of side quests in this. I don't know if anybody ends up watching this, tell me what you want to see. Like, do you want me to just play the story through first, or would you like me to do side quests? I like doing side quests, and I'm probably just going to keep doing that in the story until someone tells me what they want to see. Another thing about my playstyle is that I will pick up everything. Like, my friend told me a while back that's what he does, and he thinks it's like the #1 rule for RPGs, and I gotta say, yeah, it is, because that's how you get money. Like, I know at the end of Fallout and other RPGs like Skyrim and stuff, you just end up shitting out money, but I mean, that's how you get it at first, is just selling everything, and that's what I do. I try not to steal if I'm going good karma. But yeah, my friend will literally sit there, even if you're like, you know, you're just chilling and you're playing, he will make you watch him go from like Rivet City to like Megaton, just over encumbered carrying shit because he didn't want to leave it. But I won't do that. The worst I'll be is I'll stash stuff in different places and try to remember where it's at and come back for it later, or just make the trip at the time. So yeah, I wish I would have put some skill in the science or lockpick, because I can't open that, but maybe I'll come back for that later. Yeah, this really, it doesn't remind me of Springvale really. It's just smaller, and there's no raiders or feral ghouls. I don't know if there's feral ghouls in Springvale. But yeah, as you can see, I'm picking up everything. I picked up the tin can. You know that half a cap's really gonna do me some good later on. Oh shit, what was that? knocking shit over. Yeah, that's really creepy. That's why I love the atmosphere in these games. Like, I used to be so scared in Fallout 3 when I got it in 6th grade. Like, yeah, call me a bitch, but like, I was afraid to go in the metro tunnels. Like, I was terrified of the feral ghouls. Me and my friend always talk about this. Like, I did not want to go down there. I would listen to music while I went down in the tunnels, and then eventually I grew to like that. And like, that's what you just get, that eerie feeling. Like I was saying when Doc Mitchell picks you up, and that's why I love Fallout. It is Fallout 3 is my favorite game by far. Enough glorifying Fallout 3 though. I know there's a lot of people that hate the newer titles. They just like Fallout 1 and 2. Or they think these games are garbage, but I want to give those a shot. And I can't go back and play old games. I can look past the graphics sometimes. So like with me in games, like I just stop playing them a lot of times, which I'm not going to be inconsistent on the channel because I want the channel to grow. But a lot of times I'll put something down for a while and come back to it later. Speaking of old games, I just got Madden or NFL Street for GameCube yesterday. I love that game on PS2. I got it for free at work. Somebody brought in a GameCube and that game, but they didn't bring the case for it, and we can't sell it without the case. So my manager said I could have it. I was pretty happy about that. And yeah, I work in resale of games and DVDs and records, CDs, but we're basically like GameStop. We don't fuck you over. I mean, everybody fucks you over, to be honest, but we give you cash, and we up GameStop's price a little bit. Off the topic of games, though, because that's what this channel is going to be about. Like I said earlier, talk about shit that's relevant in my life, I guess. Like, I don't know. Today, like, my friend was giving me a ride home. I was talking to him about, like, synthetic drugs. I don't know if you guys know a lot about that. And it's honestly, it's terrible. I mean, I don't think all drugs are bad. I definitely don't think weed's bad. Not gonna say I smoke yet. Not gonna say I do. But you know. Anyway, yeah, these people. It all started. Here's a long version of this. You could go watch the Vice documentary if you want. But it all started in New Zealand. Supposedly, this guy, a recovering meth addict, who's really smart. He wanted to make safer drugs, which there's no such thing. But the government of New Zealand decided it was a good idea to fund him, so they gave him funding for his research and his lab, and he ended up making synthetic ecstasy. I forgot the exact name. Like I said, you could go watch the Vice report if you don't think this is legit, but yeah, they gave him funding. He made the synthetic ecstasy. And I guess it was working out. Supposedly this guy said it was safe. And it was legal there for a while, and I think he made some other drugs too. And like they were selling them in gas stations like they do now. And eventually a bunch of parents got pissed off, and they petitioned to Congress, and they got it banned. But that's what really started that whole trend. And now that shit's just lethal. I mean, I wouldn't trust it to begin with anyway. I don't do ecstasy or anything that serious. Like I was saying, now it's definitely more dangerous. And the problem with it, the main problem, the reason why it's not illegal completely is because they can't ban it altogether. They can't ban the importation of it here because the legalities of it. I mean, they probably could if they really wanted to, but that's just how politics and government works. So they ban it, they ban a certain substance, but what the people do, the middlemen, the retail, whoever sells it, they go to the manufacturer, which is usually huge processing companies in China, manufacturing companies in China, sorry, that don't even know what they're really making. I mean, they might, but they cover that in the documentary, that a lot of the places that actually manufacture it wouldn't really know. They're just into the business of making, like, plastics and other materials, which is another reason why you shouldn't do that shit. But anyway, that's why it's not illegal, because they just end up going back and changing the molecular structure of it, and it's really fucked up. By the way, not to interrupt the story, but the person voicing our buddy Ringo here is actually the same guy that voiced Sasuke in the Naruto anime series. I don't know if any of you watch it. I don't watch it anymore. But I just thought that was an interesting fact. He voices a lot of other people in this game too. Back to the topic at hand, though. The legal drugs, or the illegal drugs, because like I said, a lot of them are still like in gray areas, and they just keep getting legal again. I just think it's really fucked up that you could walk into a gas station and buy K2 or another like RC, and it can kill you. I mean, it fucks with your heart, and it's just a bad trip. It's always a bad trip. And it makes you stupid. A lot of things I read about it, especially K2, people just feel fucking brain dead after. And I've read a lot on 4chan, but that's people talking about their like personal experience and stuff. But yeah, I mean, pot does make you dumb. I'm not gonna like say that it doesn't, but I don't think weed's really that bad. And people just reported like they're just dead afterwards. It's another reason not to, but it does put you in the hospital. A lot of people died from it. That the bath salts that caused that guy in Miami to rip off the homeless dude's face, and everybody thought it was a zombie apocalypse for like an hour. That was a synthetic drug that's in the same category as these. So yeah, just think about that. You can go and buy that. It's not actual bath salts. It's just named after the bath salts that you use in your bathroom because it looks like those. But hey, you could go buy something that could go, put you into a rage-induced state to make you bite someone's face off. Not just anyone's face, a homeless guy's face. I mean, if you're really gonna bite somebody's face off, would you really want it to be a dirty homeless person? No offense, but I'm just saying. That shit would taste nasty. We now return to our hero's journey where the Womb Raider has just betrayed Sasuke of the Uchiha clan. Because let's face it, those people should not be able to repopulate anymore. Now, he's gonna overthrow the good town of Good Springs, ironically. But wait.
Any lawman that comes
What?
after me won't have it easy.
What are those? What are the...
Alright, well that's it for me trying to be funny today, and that's also the end of this video. I was going to leave the fight scene in there, but I want to leave something for you guys to look forward to in the next video. If you like this, as always, like, comment, subscribe, you know the whole deal. I'm out.